Once you've placed all your objects onto the playing surface, we can now go into action mode to continue animating our drill. Let's take a look at what skating options we have available to us. When we click on player 1 to scale it up for the first time, we can click on the player and drag it ahead to start the player skating forwards at the default 20 kilometers an hour. The other two default speeds that are available to us are 14 kilometers an hour and 10 kilometers an hour. We can also have the player skate backwards and switch between backwards and forward skating as you like at all default speeds. Let's continue skating forwards at 10 kilometers an hour. We click on player 1 and then pull it ahead to the blue line and stop. And here let's switch to 14 kilometers an hour and then skate to the red line. These default speeds are very useful, especially when doing small area drills or small area games where the players might be going a little bit slower. So we change the speeds to make the actions look more natural. It's also much easier to pass when the players are skating at a default speed. You can also change the speeds by adjusting the timing dots below on the timing line by sliding the dots to the left or to the right. You slide it to the left to speed up the player, and you slide it to the right to slow down the player. Now let's take a look at what puck actions are available to us. We click on number 2 to scale it up and then drag it ahead to the puck. When 2 gets close to the puck, the take icon lights up. We can now click take, and now number 2 is a puck carrier with the options of passing, shooting, or dumping. Let's make a pass to the coach. We click on pass, and then we click on the coach to finish that pass. Now let's advance number 2 into the zone for return pass from the coach. We advance player 2, we click on coach, we click on pass, and then we click on player 2 to finish that passing action. Now we're going to show you how to make an indirect pass off the end boards. To do that, we use the dump key. We click on dump, we touch the boards where the puck will make first contact, and then we touch the ice a little bit further out where the puck will finish. When we're happy with the position of the puck, we click on the X to fix that puck into position. We can now skate across with player 2 and pick up that puck. Now, at any time when you're drawing, if you're unhappy with one of the things that you've done, you can always back up by clicking the undo key. Each time you click that key, it backs up one movement that you've made till the point where you want to start drawing again. Let's try to smooth out those turns a little bit. We bring player 2 close to the puck, we click take, and now player 2 is a puck carrier again. Let's make a couple of pivots. So we're going to pivot from forward skating to backward skating by clicking on the backwards icon and then dragging player 2 a little bit. And then we'll switch back to forward skating by clicking the forward icon and then dragging the player up close to the blue line and into the high slot. Now you'll notice on the playing surface this leaves 2 pivot icons, which are directly related to the 2 pivot icons on the timing line below. When you click on that icon below, you can then choose to pivot to the right or pivot to the left. Let's make this pivot to the left, and then we'll go across and make this next pivot to the right. Now let's have number 2 get into a shooting position, and then to shoot, we click on the shoot icon, and then we click on the net to finish the shooting action. Now the shooting action creates a black timing box below. When we open that up, we see that we have the options of snapshot, slap shot, backhand shot, or the default wrist shot. Now let's take a look at our drill in 2D to check out the timing of everything. Player 2 comes across, picks up the puck, makes a give and go pass with the coach, skates down towards the end zone, banks one off the end wall, picks up the loose puck, makes a couple of pivots, turns into the high slot, shoots, and then stops in front of the net. Now the last part of animating this drill, we have the option of adding an audio track. We do that in play mode by clicking mic on, which gives us the availability of the record button lower left. When we click on that, that starts the recording action going as the drill progresses. You can stop your recording at any time by clicking on the stop icon. You'll now see the speaker icon here, which indicates that you have an audio track on your drill. If you don't wish to use the audio, just click on the icon and it will turn off.